Hello, this is Anthem. Good morning. Hope everyone is well today. Have you ever heard the expression, there are too many chiefs, not enough Indians? Something to that effect. In other words, everyone wants to be a chief, the boss, so to speak, but nobody wants to be the worker. Well, how am I going to talk about this analogy today? I have been coming across lots and lots of so-called organizations, I don't know how to explain them. Some of them claim to be started by visions from other people, etc., like visions from angels or whatever. And the problem I have with this is there are so many springing up, and when you go to their site, let's see, they're usually selling something, including services that cost a lot of money, products. There's a big gimmick behind it. I'm not going to mention names, but there are so many of them doing this. They're particularly using the I don't want to say it, the star seed people and the light workers. I see a lot of the exploitation going on there. And what traps? I mean, everybody out here is struggling with some sort of loneliness or isolation, possibly, or even self-esteem issues. A whole bunch of things people are struggling with. And these are like traps. They're becoming the new religion. Yeah, you know? It's like a flag should go up immediately in your spirit. They're out here. They're starting something. They're starting a religion, so to speak. Especially when they have a chain of command. Uh, I tell you, I have spoken about this before. I was a Christian for over 10 years in what you would say the Pentecostal charismatic circle, which was full of tons of scam artists. I can mention names of people I've seen operate, well known in those circles. Um, yeah, I didn't see them on TV. I saw them in person. Saw their phenomenon. And when you've encountered religious, I don't want to say it. When you go into a religious system, they have a control system that they set up. And if you're like me, I'm the one that goes against the. I march my own drum beat. I don't flow in a system. I flow with the spirits and the guides that lead me, and with my intuition, with the source inside of me. Okay, that is who I listen to. I don't. I have a high distrust of giving blind fidelity to anyone. Yep. A lot of deceivers out there. In time you're in spirituality, you run the risk of running into deception. And that's most often a test that's being put forth to you many times over to test the substance of your faith, um, your values, what it is you're looking for, what it is you're seeking. A big test. So, if you dive in with these people, be forewarned. If you jump into a deceptive, I'm going to say it, a deception, most often there are deceiving spirits around it. Those spirits will come into your life, and they will cause great disharmony between you and whatever you were flowing with before. So, unless you can get a hedge between you and them, and by a hedge, well, first off, if you're strong, they can't do a lot to you, and the deception won't take you over. But what do I mean by hedge? It's a protective barrier. You build it up in your spirit. And there are things that you can do in this world that will open your spirit to dark spirits or forces. If you do that, these beings will attach themselves to you. That's why when you run across some people, you will notice this about them. They follow a dark path. Or there are people, they seem to have a light about them, but when you look at it further, it's not really a light. It's a deceiving type energy coming out of them. I've encountered it, and actually when I've encountered people with true light, they have a love that flows out of their being. They have a joy. They have their faith, and their whole being is a mirror. And I don't care what faith they are, you see it in their face. And this comes from that spirit or that being has a very pure walk and heart with the universe, no matter what spiritual path they are on. That it resonates. It's a signature of vibration or frequency that resonates with the universe, okay? And so those people are in their highest state, I guess I want to say. Okay, I'm not saying that they're up there with Buddha or whatever, but what I'm saying is they're on the right path. And they're, I guess you could call them, so to speak, a righteous being. That's something everyone should strive for, is a sense of righteousness. Yes. Righteousness, I think, is a word that was abused, but I will go sometime into virtue and righteousness, and that's something we all struggle with. No, I don't claim to be any of those things, and will never will. Okay, so they're on this path, and here you are. You're being shown this how do I want to say it? This deceptive deception. You have two choices. You can ignore it, or you can walk in the door and explore it. By exploring it, if you're just going in exploratory, as long as you do not embrace what they're doing, then you should be fine. But most often, if they're bad, your system and their system will be opposed to each other. In other words, you're going to find yourself the outsider. You will not fit. You'll be like the square peg trying to go into the round hole. So I guess what I'm saying to you, there's nothing wrong with checking things out and investigating and doing all that, but the minute you start embracing is when you risk gamut accepting deception. You need to know, you need to sharpen your discernment, what it is, and to be able to differentiate between truth and lies. There are lots of people right now putting out messages out there right now. I can tell you that most of those messages have already been said. There's nothing profound about what they're saying. Maybe the way they write it, they think they write it, or they coded it together. But there's nothing special about what they're saying. Nothing. Please, folks, listen to me. In what I'm trying to say here, you can get bits and pieces from everybody. I'm telling you, all the answers are really inside of you from your previous lives. You have experienced these questions and things before in some way or in some capacity. We have lived many lives. So, if the universe is sending you this challenge, it's up to you. Do I want to accept it? Do I want to waste my time and go here again? Because more than likely, you have been sent this challenge before. I just feel I really have to caution you. There's so many people doing this out there. They want money for sessions, this and that. Oh, we're going to start a school, we're going to start this. Basically, they want a following. You see it a lot on YouTube. YouTube is a great advertiser. This is a time where all the true people need to come together, but we need to stay independent as well. Yes, people need to connect, but not into some organization that exalts somebody. Are you following what I'm saying? It should be about everybody, because everybody matters at this hour. Well, I hope I have given you some thought. Please be cautious out there in what you embrace or accept. There's many, many scandals, deceptions, what do I want to say, in the world, but especially in the new age. It seems to be getting more and more frequent as 2012 comes closer. The question is, for you, do you want to go down that path? Or do you want to stay pure and connected to the inner source inside of you that knows the truth? Take care. Namaste.